Gowon's choice property in London exposed. Checks by pointblanknews.com have revealed that former Nigeria head of state, retired General Yakubu Gowon, bought some choice property in the Greater London area shortly after he was sacked via a coup in 1975. He fled to the United Kingdom shortly after his ouster. According to a title deed in the possession of pointblanknews.com, one of the properties is at 32 Broadgate Avenue, Hadleywood, Barnet, Hertfordshire. Investigations also revealed that Gowon and his wife Victoria bought some empty plots on that street where the current listing price is between £950,000 and £1.5 million for a 6-room detached house. Gowon was removed in bloodless coup led by late General Murtala Mohammed while he was away in Kampala, Uganda to attend the OAU meeting. Gowon subsequently went into exile in the United Kingdom, where he later acquired a PhD in political science from Warwick University. His main British residence is on the border of North London and Hertfordshire. While he held sway as Nigeria's leader between 1966 and 1975, oil profitability was greatest during what was called the golden decade of the oil boom. Nigeria became the wealthiest country in Africa. Between 1958 and 1974, production rose from just over 5,000 to 2.3 million barrels per day, and government revenue increased from 200,000 naira to 3.7 billion naira. Within 2 years, state profit increased by almost 50% to an all-time high of 5.3 billion naira in 1976. Recently, a British member of parliament, Tom Tugendhat, Tunbridge and Mullin, attacked Gowon. He said, "We need to call out the corruption. We need to use the powers that we have in this country to stop those profiting from the wealth of that great nation and hiding it here." During the debate on a petition on NSAS, Tugendhat accused him and the country's leaders of corruption. He said he looted half the Nigerian Central Bank at the end of his reign. Some people will remember when General Gowon left Nigeria with half the central bank and moved to London. Gowon pushed back when he said what the MP said is rubbish. "I do not know where he got that rubbish from. I served Nigeria diligently and my records are there for all to see. I did not want to speak on this issue because people that know me know that what the MP said is not true," he said. The registered owners of the property on Broadgate Avenue were listed as Yakubu Gowon and Victoria Hansatu Gowon of 32 Broadgate Avenue, Hadleywood, Herts, with title number MX357472. According to the extract from Her Majesty's Land Registry, the information on the extract are current on 14th May 2018 at 20:33 hours of 32 title absolute. Bracket in bracket 30/11/1976. Proprietor Yakubu Gowon and Victoria Hansatu Gowon of 32 Broadgate Avenue, Hadleywood, Herts. But in a series of tweets, Femi Fani-Kayode described the allegation by the MP, who provided no evidence, as false. He said, "Whatever you may say or feel about General Gowon, Yakubu Gowon, is not true that he took half of Central Bank with him when he went on exile to the United Kingdom and studied at Warwick University after being removed in a coup by General Murtala Mohammed. I have my views about Gowon and what I consider to be his role in the mass murder and genocide of 3 million Igbos during the Civil War, and I have often expressed it, but he was not a thief. and neither did he amass wealth for himself when he was head of state. Now, as a matter of fact, he was the darling of the British government, and no Nigerian leader, living or dead, has been so close to successive British government as him. This very young British MP is trying to revise history and demonize a man who served and protected British interests in Nigeria when he was in power more than any other, and this is most dishonorable and unfair. The truth is that the greatest looters in the history of humanity were the British themselves, and their empire enslaved, looted, and pillaged entire nations and continents. Now, if he wants to criticize Nigerian leaders, let him do so with facts and not fabricate lies in a scurrilous and essentially racist attempt to confirm the stereotyping of every Nigerian and African leader as being corrupt. The truth is that even though they pretend and sweep it under the carpet, there are as many corrupt British leaders, government officials, and public servants today as there are Nigerians, and this has always been the case. So this is a story around the current information that was released during the British Parliament debate on the NSAS issue or NSAS saga in Nigeria, where an MP said that they remember when General Gowon fled to United Kingdom with half the Central Bank of Nigeria. So they said, according to his word during the debate. And shortly after the debate, we also, just like it's being read, we also remember how he said those informations were without facts, and how some Nigerians actually, especially Femi Faneka, they came out publicly to defend him. But now another body has gone to do some underground findings, pointblanknews.com, and have found properties that are in the name of Gowon and his wife in London, with all the registration documents in Her Majesty Land Registry system in the UK. So what do we have to say about this? It means that the MP did not just talk. It means that the MP knew the implication of mentioning such thing during debate, because he knew that there would definitely be a subsequent investigation to make sure that those points brought out were actually true or not. So, but some Nigerians that have been defending Gowon can now read this, can now see this publication, and now determine whether the MP just said it because he wanted to say it, or he said it because he knew exactly what had transpired by history. Because some people were saying that as at that time he was not born, how could he have known? But history was there, documents were there, and those documents have been dug out now. So we know that Nigeria has been corrupt for ages, and a lot of leaders can hardly be exonerated, both past and present, from the corruption saga in Nigeria at all levels. So my take here is that you just don't defend anybody. You don't just speak for anybody. Let me say an African parable. A monkey said he cannot speak for the child that is carrying behind when in the market, because as he's going forward, the child monkey could be causing problem behind. So you can't just defend an adult when you know human beings, and you may not have had enough information or documentation to be able to stage or stick out your integrity for such defense. So what I have to say here is that corruption in Nigeria is actually at high level and has started long ago. I know some people have been asking the question, how did we get there? This is one of the ways that we got there. Because if somebody that was a leader between 1966 and 1975 was involved in this kind of was involved in the purchase of this kind of property at that time, and also had access to a Nigerian fund at the time Nigeria had the highest oil profit due to high boom, it means that corruption started with even the founders of Nigeria, not just the present leaders of Nigeria. So with these facts now that have surfaced online, I think Gowon now can still come out to defend himself and debunk the fact that those documents with those registration information are not for him and his wife or not. And again, Fani Kayode should also come and read this and then also validate his defense for Gowon like he started earlier when the debate was conducted. So I'll leave this for everyone to comment. There are a lot of comments here, but it's online. Let people put their comments, put your views, and let's again continue to ask the question and find these as one of the answers to how we got here. Thank you.